gonna make the motherfucking profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is, and I'm gonna tell you what it ain't. What it is real talk in real life by a real one who really, I kind of really did that. You know what I mean? Sometimes on the Yellow Brick Road I did. And what it ain't is no added preservatives. So I made Kool-Aid earlier with no added preservatives. So I don't get down like that. I didn't even put sugar, straight sour. It was good. Anyways, as you can tell by that thumbnail, look at the bubbles. Look at him. Just look at him. And then he got put on his fucking pockets, right? He got put on his pockets like Rocky from fucking Colors. Now, Trip, I'm going to tell you right now straight up. It happens, vatos. It happens. People that think they're too high-powered or think that they're somebody they're not will indubitably get put on their pocket. It's a tradition. It happens time and time again. If you think you're bad, especially going into an environment like prison or even on the calles gangbanging, and you really don't have hands or you really ain't that one, let me tell you what's going to happen. So, first of all, some vato's going to call it as he sees it, and he's going to motherfucker step on you like a cucaracha, and that's just what it is. It's happened through history. But I've seen it with my own two eyes, with my own four eyes. Let's keep it fucking kosher, right? But the story goes, I remember one time there was a homeboy in Merced, right? And this vato was pretty laid back when we were younger. I remember he really wasn't with that get down, man. He kicked it with the homeboys, but he wasn't involved to that high of a degree. You know, he wasn't striving to be a young Norteño. He was just a hang around. You know what a hang around is? Out there that like to fucking just hang around, right? So, that was his whole MO. That was his whole get down. But he was always there. If some funk popped off, he'd get involved. You know what I mean? Throw a couple punches or two. He'd hit a tiger uppercut on the boardwalk. He'd do whatever he had to do to make it happen. But we had never seen him take the initiative to really get involved in anything. You know, and it wasn't no big deal. I mean, so if the time came, then his time would come to shine. But it just never did. So I got incarcerated, man. I did all my time. I came out, and I was in and out, you know, in and out of jail, in and out of fucking Sandy Mush, in and out of prison. And I ran into this vato. But something had changed. Oh, the wind must have fucking blew at his front yard because something had indubitably changed, right? They vato had a brocha from here to the bottom of his fucking throat to his Adam's apple, and he was just super high. Every time that vato walked around, you just heard this song playing. Tell me what's wrong with you now. I mean, he was a walking oldie song. Straight cholo, straight gangster, straight up norteño. This vato had 3 red paños in his pockets. Sasuke, one for every occasion. I love you. He was down for so many reasons, right? But I knew in the bottom of the pit of my fucking stomach, something was wrong with Devato. Devato wasn't really with that business. At least that's what I thought, right? I had never seen nothing. Until one day, we're all chilling at Applegate Park. It's a park in Merced. Everybody knows us from the town. We were all chilling. We were having a barbecue, and Devato came around. He had a clean-ass cutty, too. He just pulled up in the cutty looking smooth on gold ones. And I remember we're kicking it there, and there were some vatos. And one of the vatos had a Los hat. He had an LA Dodger hat. So you could just tell he was a Southsider. To what degree of Southsider, I couldn't call it, but I knew he was probably to the highest degree because he was out there displaying his colores in a traditional Norteño town. So he was down. You know what I mean? Now, I didn't know if he had hands, but today was the day to find out. And we were going to see if this vato with the fucking whiskers down to his throat was down. So we said, hey, go jam them fools up. He's like, why don't you jam them up? So I was scared, homie, I've been jammed everybody up. It's your turn, right? So it's okay. And if you make me go in there and do it, homies, I'm going to jam on. When I come back, I'm going to jam you up. So it's okay. And my shit don't jam. You know what I mean? So listen, let's see what you could do. Peanut butter, go over there and jam. And so he got up and he went to go handle his business. Now look, right then and there, down. Anybody that pulls up and pops, man, is worthy of the cause. They're worthy of whatever, accolades you want to give them. But he definitely pulled up, you know what I mean? So he walks up to this vato, and the vato was with another guy, but the other guy was like a knack. He was like a JK. You could tell he wasn't going to do nothing. He was going to sit down and eat the Whopper he had in his Burger King bag. He wasn't trying to see that funk. So vato pulls up, he's like, hey, Holmes. Says, where you from, mister? Right? The vato's like, I'm from Los, Holmes. What's happening? Right? Straight up, he jumped from the Los to what's happening. No fucking 5-on-5. There was going to be no who's, what, when, where, why. It was going to be just, I'm from Los and what's happening. What do you want to do, right? So they start to throw him. So this guy, I didn't want to tell this story, right? Do you know what put on your pockets means? Well, that vato did that day, right? Because Sasuke, he got put on his fucking back. Sasuke Levi's, Guess jeans, silver tabs, Cabaricis. You know what I mean? Ben Davis's. The vato got whatever fucking type of pants have pockets. Those are the ones he got put on. Bam! This fucking Sureno Serva. Right? Give him the hang. Vato got put on his pockets, and of course we start to get on like, fuck that, and we going out like that, and the son start to take a run, like, fuck you, Vatos, basta, he's screaming, right? So he takes off, starts getting one homeboy's like, should I shoot him? I'm like, Charlie, there's too many witnesses, you know what I mean? To what degree of witnesses? The highest degree, right? We let him go. So we're looking at the homeboy, like all this high power shit you talk, because he was talking all that shit also. So hey, when it comes time, I'm going to show you guys, man, my game done stepped way up since we're younger. This Vato had a guest gene imprint on the inside of his ass, right? That's how fucking put on his pockets he got. So we already knew what time it was. Hey, palabra. The next day, the Vato came around. His whole rosha was shaved. So I was scared he wasn't driving in a Cutlass. He was driving in a Kia Sport. Straight up, man. That's how bad it was. That's how people that front, that say they got hands and they're going to do this and they're going to do that, can easily get identified as not being all that and not having them type of skills, right? Now, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Not everyone's a fighter, okay? One thing about going to California Youth Authority that taught me, and I'm not the best fighter in the world, Charlie Holmes, I would be lying and dying if I said I was fucking, had hands like the homeboy Soldier Boy from 6th Street, or Snoop from Hoover, or Sasuke Big U with the 32 knockouts, right? If on Paru, I would be lying, right? But I got the tape. I'm telling you guys straight up, real talk, at least I'll fucking fight. You know what I mean? Straight up, I'll fight. And in that fashion, that's a fact. There's a lot of people that would talk the talk and not walk the walk, right? Let me tell you guys a little story about something that happened, since we're talking shit, right? So one day we're chilling at this chick named Patricia's house, right? And it's me and like 6 or 7 homeboys. And we're getting pisteando. We're getting fucking drunk, homes. We're getting faded. Some homeboys are wide awake, if you understand what I'm saying. We're just chilling. We're chilling like villains. We're not even thinking about fighting, gang banging, maneuvering our way into... We're trying to maneuver our way to Arby's. You know what I mean? Roast beef, 3 for 1. We're trying to get it in. So I was good. There's 2 Heiners with 6 homeboys, and the winners are, right? Who's it gonna be? So I already had me one, so I was good. But this was the plan for the night. And so I remember the Heiner, she kept playing fucking funny buddy, like she was tired, and she kept trying to give the hint, like, are you about to gonna leave? You've been here for like 4 days straight, right? So I'm looking at the homeboys, and I'm getting the fucking the fever of the flavor. What she's fucking throwing out there, the vibe. I'm getting it, right? And I already know we overstood our welcome. We're like that. We'll overstay our welcome. We'll take, you know what I mean? We'll leave, but we're going to take the TV and the microwave on the way out. That's just what it was in a Norteño fashion, right? We were some cutthroats like that from Dead End. Anyway, so we're kicking back, and she's kind of giving off those vibes. So I tell the homeboy, we should just bounce, bro. Let's go kick at the homeboy baby's pad in the front yard and just drink beer all night. You know what I mean? That's how the homeboys did it back in them days. And all the homeboys, they're feeling it too. The one homeboy, he had knocked him. She was slightly feeling him. He was like, I think I'm going to stay with her. And I was like, nah, Charlie Holmes, one goes, we all go. Like, one jump, we all jump. Old school rules. He was like, why are you hating on me? Sidekick, come on, why you want to play? Let's go. You know what I mean? There ain't nothing but cucarachas and fucking mice in this house anyway. So and I think I felt a bed bug bite my leg. Vámonos, right? So we all fucking jam. Now, you got to understand, we're having a good old time. It's summertime. It's about July. It's hot than a motherfucker like it is today. But it's fucking hot. I'm sweating. You know what I mean? Straight up. And so we're just walking, and we're walking down G Street, which is a fucking well-known street in Merced. Ain't shit cracking on G Street. But we're walking, you know what I mean? We're hoping we don't see no placas, or we're just mobbing. We're having a good old time. We're drinking beer as we walk down the street, and we bust a right on Main Street. And we're trying to cut across to the west. In Merced, you have to go through Main Street, then you walk a little bit more past 16th, then you go under the overpass, and you're over there on M Street, and then you're home. You're home free, right? We're close to dead end. So we're mobbing back to the hood on patas. Yes, we're a bunch of buns. Not one of us had a carro, right? So as we're mobbing, the mobilization is real. The wigglization is always real for the gun. I'm steady watching out because I don't know when the Vato from the north side are going to come and bust on us. Vatos from Planet or even some south siders just fucking, that day they felt like the wiggle was real. So we're mobbing, and as we're walking down M Street, there's a fucking well-known bar out there. It's a paisa bar. It's where all the fucking heavy hitter paisas kick it. Vatos with the little ferry in their pocket, right? It's called La Bahia. And later on, I had never been to it to this point. You know what I mean? I was young. I'm 18, 19 years old, 96, 97. Later on, I would end up going to that bar. And I could tell you a story about that. We'll say that one for a different spill. But so we're mobbing. And there's all kinds of gente in front of this bar. And I remember there's big old Gabacho, and he's kicking it with a couple paisas, a few Chicanos. And we don't know these Vatos. We don't know these Vatos from Adam or Steve. You know what I mean? Not Adam and Eve, Adam and Steve, because they were looking real jotito. So we didn't know, and we're looking at one of my homeboys, Psycho. He says something, and he's not even talking to them. He's like, maybe he clowned, maybe he said, look at that about the shirt or something to that effect. And they said something, right? They said something, and the homeboy baby turns around like, what'd you say? Now, the homeboy baby from the hood, man, had motherfucking major mitts. major hands and loved to throw them. He wanted to throw hands for any fucking reason. If you farted, you know what I mean, anywhere on the block, and he caught a whiff, he'll come to your door, knock on your door, and hit you in your face. He was that type of individual. He liked to fight, right? So as soon as I seen him turn around, I said, God darn it, we're going to county jail, right? And he turns around and he doesn't even say it. He just starts chunking him with the biggest dude there. Boom, 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 boom. They're getting it. And I remember there was a fucking white guy that was right there, bro. Like I said, he was fucking probably about 7 feet. He was the tallest Flaco. You know what I mean? He was about 7 feet tall. And I just said, dun, 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 and I ran. Gooses, geeses, I'm going to give you your gold egg for Easter. Bah! Caught him. He starts to crumble, right? And the homeboy cycles on him like a psychopath. We're giving him the bill. We're jumping about the sauce. Fuck it. La primera, right? Already, Chucky, get up. And I look to the right, and there's one. I'm not even going to say his name because he's still active. Can you believe that shit, right? This Vato's over there watching, right? Now, other paisas and other Mexicanos are coming out of the bar. They're just joining in the shit. Fuck it. We're fighting the street. 3 or 4 of us homeboys. Maybe 5. You know what I mean? I'm going to give the other homeboy a 50-50. But the other one right there is just watching. And this was one of the main homeboys that like to run his mouth all the time. Talking about he had hands. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. He did nada, right? But let me tell you what happened. We had the upper hand. As many fucking Vatos came out, we were knocking them back. They were scared because they were under the assumption we had a cohete or a gun. And so you never know what we did. You know, you never know what one had one. On, you know what I mean? Straight up. So anyways, we back them off. We're yelling dead end. This dead end fools, right? So they back it. They're like, let these fucking little gangbangers go. They're all dressed up. Z Cabaricci type shit hoes. We're wearing fucking white tees and Ben Davises. Fuck it. So we take off. Well, as we take off, one of them or a few of them feel some type of way. So they jump in this carro. And I remember this IROC Z bends the corner and this Honda Accord bends the corner. And we're like in the dark in this field as we're walking. And I see them and I'm like, hey, trucha. My homeboy soldier is like, trucha, right? And they jump off the car and they're like, come on. They got sticks. Come on, dude. It's 2 white dudes and 3 paisas, right? And I'm like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? I pick up the biggest fucking rock I've ever seen in my life inside skin. Just took off running like Thor, right? Broke the fucking front windshield. I was like, hey, leave my car alone. You know a grown man, once you fuck with his car, Holmes, that's it. Fight's over. You know what I mean? So I gotta go to Heineken, Holmes, and get a break. You know what I mean? The Vato's thinking about all the things now he has to do to his car. The insurance, Vato, right? Get the fuck out of here. So they left. Come on, man. So we go. Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. If you think the night was over, it's just ready to begin. We actually get back to the homeboy's pad, man, and we start to we're all hyphy, you know, we're all hyper. Adrenaline is pumping. But we just got into a melee, a rumble. And then me, like the baboso I am, have to say something. I said, where were your antennas, Vato? When I was over there with a big old 7-foot lurch white guy and 2 fucking short bicycles swinging on me, right? Where were you? He said, hey, bro, I was in the mix, bro. You just see I knocked out like 3 Vatos before you even hit anybody. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? So I had enough time to go to In-N-Out Burger, get 2 double-doubles, a Neapolitan milkshake, animal stack that shit, come back, beat up a white guy, 2 fucking paisas on me. Said, I don't know if one was pulling my ear, if the other one was pulling my, I don't know to what degree they had me like this, right? And I still had time to look at you, so you were there like that. Well, let's just say that night he got placatted. For those of you that don't know what placatted means the homeboy baby knocked his ass out and I stomped his head in, and another homeboy fucking did the what do you call it? The fucking hillbilly gym on him. Either way, the Vato got curb stomped. Now, it happens. It happens because a lot of people like to run their neck and run their mouth, especially when they're a gang member, and talk about what they isn't, they wasn't, and they ain't never gonna be. Possible, because they got lots of bull. When they talk, woo, there's lots of bull, right? It seems like Vatos always want to play the tough role. You know what I mean? You know the homeboys that I like? The homeboys that you'll fucking see, they're kicking back, they're quiet. They're like, hey, Vato, you gonna throw hands with the Vato? He's like, shit, I ain't trying to throw no hands, I'll just shoot him. Those are the ones I like, because at least they're being real. They're like, shit, I can't fight with shit, but I'm not a squeeze. You know what I mean? Straight up, at least they're fucking real. At least they're real. They're not trying to play that role. Of course, on that thumbnail, you see the Vato. He's fucking high-powered. He played that role. He got put on his pockets. Roll over. So let's get end of story. But it happens. It happens time and time again, and I've seen it happen in CYA, and I've seen it happen in prison. Okay, in CYA, there was this Vato named Young Dag from Watts, right? I'm not going to tell you his hood. I've said it before, right? I ain't going to say it again. And this Vato liked to run his neck, man. He'd harass Cripas. Other Crips that came in, like younger Crips, or Crips he felt he could get over on, bro. There was a Vato named Stone from Raymond Avenue. I'll never forget. Man, Stone, shout out some respect. That Vato could fight. Now, Stone was a little bit of a cat, meaning he was a little different. He was a very light-skinned cat, I remember. kind of quiet, man. And it just seemed like this cat Deg liked to pick on this cat from Raymond Avenues. You know, and I don't know what it was, right? I looked at Stoner and I seen a motherfucker. I seen the killer behind his eyes. But Deg didn't. He seen a victim, right? So he would pick on this dude. And Deg was popular. He was popular in the Crip car. And we were cool with the Crips, man. So I chop it up with them. And me and him fought several times, man. We fought on GP. He was my sparring partner in YA. You know what I mean? I used to get ready with him to go around the bend. That was called practice for me. Anyway, so one day he's fucking just wolfing high powered on this cat from Raymond Avenue. And I remember this cat from Raymond Avenue, they'd be calling him all kinds of off brands. He wasn't with the business, this and that. And he kind of just did his own thing. He'd still kick it with the brothers, but man, but to what degree of kicking it, I can't call it, right? It wasn't that. When they used to eat big old spreads, he was the last one to get a little burrito. And it was just, I get here, you get the Taco Bell burrito, or they got taco trucks. It was different. And you could tell. Well, one day about the Deg must have said something dangerous to him, right? Because we used to go to Chow. When you come back from Chow, you wanted to be in the front of the line. If you were in front of the line, the placas would be at the door and they'd send you to the dorm. Well, you had time to run all the way down around the corner to the shower area and get them. Fools, that's what fools used to get them in the bling house, fucking 6:30 in the morning. They're already knocking people out. These vatos ran back there. I heard, on Watts, right? On Power. I heard that, right? And I heard two other little things go. Well, guess what? That was Deg's front teeth, right? Because that fool from Raymond Avenue knocked his whole front fucking grill out one hit and proceeded to fucking beat the living fucking pit bull out of him. Straight dog out of him. Beat him. And he fucking drugged that vato, right? And I remember talking to Deg a few days later, vato was whistling. He said, what's that? Right? I just trip out. That's what you get. That's what you get for talking all that hype. I told you couldn't fight, motherfucker. I could barely fight. I got you, right? I told you. And, it just was unfortunate the way it ended up, man. But it was funny at the same time because, again, man, people that talk all that shit, man, get put on their pockets, man. You know, you can get smacked, right? In prison, same thing. Only in prison in California is different, man. If you run your neck, if you think you're high-powered, people are going to test your ability to perform. That's a fact. Every time you think you see a big old vato that walks in like, don't, bing, da, bow. The smallest vato on the yarda is going to put metal inside you. They're going to test your ability to defend the casa and to be about that shit. You know, as a norteño, you were taught we're all the same, man. Don't try to fucking play the role. Don't bring negative attention. Don't act all hard, right? I never seen anybody try to do that, but one time I seen a big old white boy, big old wood, right? This vato was like fucking West Watson. It's just spitting everywhere, right? You got to put your socks in your cup. Like, fucking, stop us, kids. You don't need to hoop your 128G unless you're being transferred. It ain't that serious, right? This vato was super high power. You could just tell. And I'm sitting there in Susanville, and I'm watching it from a distance. I've been there like a month. And this is right before fucking everything started going sideways for me, right? And I'm watching, man. And I'm doing my cuenta. I'm doing my count on the yard. You know, I'm trying to see how many gawas are there. How many Africanos, how many Salsas? There was more than us, put it like that. You know what I mean? I could count us on two hands, but they were deep. So I'm trying to do the white guys, and I see this guy. And I had seen him in the chow hall, and I had seen his bravado, man, the way he carried himself, the way he acted, like he was fucking part of the brotherhood or something. Like this vato was Wes Watson before Wes Watson was Wes Watson. You know what I'm saying? Just one of them vatos that was doing way too much. Let me tell you something, man. They didn't use weaponry, right? They didn't have to. This vato ran from 2 building to fucking the gym now. And it was just 2 small little guys just hitting him. Ding, ding, ding. Please help me. I'll forever be a... You know, they're about to turn Christian right then and there on the yada. It was over, man. Again, it's another fucking case of someone playing the role like they're hard, and you can't never underestimate other people, man, and what's going on around you. I'm telling you, I just wanted to tell these stories because they're actual and factual, man. And there's a lot of people, even in this YouTube world, or a lot of people in the real world or prison that are playing that role like they're somebodies. They got super hands. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They ain't going to do shit. They're not trying to do nada, homes. Nowadays, motherfuckers ain't with these, homes. They're with these. It's gunplay. It ain't fun play. Motherfuckers don't do it for funs. Man, they ain't doing it for fakes either. They're doing it for reals. And that's straight up. Now, a lot of people are going to take it as, well, it's because these motherfuckers nowadays ain't got hands. And maybe they don't, homes. What they do is got guns. And so I don't want to see that on any level because I don't give a fuck how bad you are, what type of Mike Tyson hands you got. If you're fucking Jet Li or Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan or Sasuke or Will Smith with the slap, they will cap your ass. And that's a fact. Anyways, Just a little word to the wise, never underestimate anyone and never be that one with your fucking chest stone from Preston all out like you're somebody, homes, because motherfuckers will deflate your fucking inner tube straight up and then go down the river, paddle it. With that being said, I hope that you move fast with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about every day you're hustling, every day you're hustling. Do it Rick Ross style, man. But not the one from Bakersfield. You know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Ace from Bakersfield, but not Rick Ross. Do your thing, man. Go out there and get it for your familia. Only you can make it happen for your people. With that being said, please hit the like and subscribe if you like this. If you don't, so you can hit that thumbs down. It's all good. Heavy as the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in. And you already know what it is. This is the gun. Bang, bang. So I never proclaim to be something I'm not. But I'm something you ain't. Bang, bang.